Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of James Bond Bitcoin Live 00156 hashtag wrench. Yes, I never knew that a wrench would cost only $5 to attack a Bitcoin user, but apparently there's a $5 wrench attack, just like the $5 Subway meal that you can buy. Anyways, let me go over the notes section. I got some interesting stories for you here today. First of all, bond trading view. List of top 58 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high flagged for shorts. So I'll be going over that just briefly. I won't do any coin market cap analysis. I think all the coins are pretty much down. So I don't know how that's going to affect your trade. But anyways, the first story I'll talk about is Russian couple robbed of $100,000 worth of Bitcoin in Thailand. Interesting story. This is where the $5 wrench attack comes in. There's been many $5 wrench attacks that have been happening lately. So all you people out there who have, well, you know, your Bitcoin billionaires or crypto billionaires, you might want to be careful about how you reveal your net worth in crypto, because there might be some people watching you. All right, next in the notes is this week's Bitcoin atom fork. Yes, there is a Bitcoin atom fork. And no, it's not Atom Meister. It's atom, A-T-O-M, like the molecule atom, protons, neutrons. So there's Bitcoin atom fork, a quick primer. I'll just briefly go over that. It's just another one of these obscure forks. I know I talk about them, but let's face it, most of these forks have become so obscure that nobody's even trying to split the coins or try to get them, unless you're on an exchange that's going to support it somehow. But I have a feeling that this Bitcoin fork is going to be so obscure that you have to put your coins on some kind of obscure exchange that is eventually going to probably steal your Bitcoins. Anyways, let's go on to the next story here. Is why a Bitcoin future will always end up in centralization. Will Bitcoin end up centralized? Well, in this article there, I had a chance to read it. There may be some truth if we continue with the plan of Bitcoin Cash. I think in that sense, yes, Bitcoin could be easily centralized. As you read the article, they talk about competing with Visa, doing 1 million transactions a second. In order to do that, you would literally have to have, like, I don't know, 1 gig blocks or something ridiculous. And that would lead to a centralization of nodes, which means it would push out everyone that couldn't afford it, let alone the hard drive space, but the bandwidth space. It's very interesting. I have the article up. This is probably why a lot of people talk about keeping the block size low, because it would allow as many participants as possible to become a node. It's already, in my opinion, for me, it's kind of hard to run a node or to download the full blockchain right now. So could you imagine if I had to pay like $1,000 in my internet connection just to run node? It's not feasible for the for everyone. It's mining is already not feasible for the individual. Why would you try to basically make it infeasible for the nodes, which is, in my opinion, as far as Bitcoin, running a node is probably the last defense that I think this community has to becoming centralized. And then, oh yes, I have the 11th clue. Someone has made a lovely donation. Several people have made some donations, and I appreciate that very much. This makes it all the more fun. Unfortunately, the price of Bitcoin went down, so we're still at around $150, maybe $140 worth of Bitcoin. But I think the person who did donate some Bitcoin, appreciate it. So I'll be giving away the 11th clue to the 11th word of the 24-word Mnemonic Seed. It is a video titled Hidden Marriage, Chapter 109. Didn't second senior brother satisfy you? Yeah, you're gonna have to dig and find the 11th word somewhere in there. But that is the 11th clue to the 11th word of the 24 word Mnemonic Seed. Hidden Marriage, Chapter 109. Didn't second brother satisfy you? I'm sorry, didn't second senior brother satisfy you? It is a YouTube video, but it's one of those audio books, so listen to it. And then I have the link to the BIP 39 English text, because when I created a 24-word Mnemonic Seed, it was in English. So I have a link for that. So you're not out. You know, you still have like 2,000 plus words to figure out the 24-word Mnemonic Seed. I'll be going over that as well. So Coinspectator, real-time cryptocurrency news aggregator. I'm going through the notes section here that's been partitioned off. Going through the news aggregator section. CryptoPanic is a news aggregator platform indicating impact on price and market for traders and cryptocurrency enthusiasts. I'll go over it in the live stream. So I do have that set up here. Let me see, where is it? It's right here. There it is. Sorry for that. There we go. We'll take a look at it. This is what it looks like. It should look like something like this on your phone, as well as on your computer, I guess. I have mine here. As you see here, let me see if I'm still live streaming here. Yep, still live streaming. I've had mine on news, blogs, and projects. You can actually add discussion, influencers from Twitter, videos from, I guess, I don't know, YouTube or DTube, or I don't know, some videos, press releases and exchanges. I don't have any of that. I don't want it to be clogged up too much. I have projects, blogs, and news. That's how I have mine set up. But you can customize yours any way you want. Let's go over some of the headlines here. How about this? I don't even know what that is. The real cost of Bitcoin, the New Yorker. All right, this came 12 minutes ago. Pinkcoin partners with Pi Supply and launches hardware development arm. CryptoNinja.net. This is 25 minutes ago. VeChain, Walton Chain strong through Red Sunday. Oh, I guess it's a Red Sunday. Oh, on another note, I kind of, well, you know, Brian did mention a couple days ago that the government's shutting down. Well, it's been shut down about 2 days now in the U.S. And you know what? I didn't notice a difference. Just like the last time the government shut down, other than some of the national parks being closed, maybe some of the national monuments, I haven't noticed a difference. I went to the store looking for bicycle helmets, and I did, you know, I'm shopping around for my new bike to come in, my electric bike. I didn't notice a difference, and the people around me didn't notice the difference that the government was shut down, at least the federal government. All the local governments are still operating, so it's not that bad. It's not that doom and gloomy, is it? So anyways, let me see here. Crypto market correction during Asian trading. This is newsbtc.com. Let me see if I can find some interesting stuff here. How about this? More than half of Russians know about Bitcoin now. That's great. That's great. SEC CFTC vow to clamp down on cryptocurrency fraud. This is coming from econotimes.com. This is 1 hour ago. Let's see what other stuff that we got here. Canada could become the next major center for crypto mining. This is from hacked.com 2 hours ago. Here's another one. NVIDIA asks retailers to sell graphics cards to gamers over cryptocurrency miners. This is coming from the bitcoinist.com 2 hours ago. Man, I guess even the graphic cards makers don't like cryptocurrency users. The banks don't like cryptocurrency users. Governments don't like cryptocurrency users. Let me see. The money transfers don't like cryptocurrency users. Visa, the credit cards don't like cryptocurrency users. Man, it is tough being a cryptocurrency user these days here. All right, let's go on here. Let's see what other good news that we have, or bad news. I don't know how you want to see it. Well, that's it for that. Let me see if I can. Let's go to CryptoPanic. I'll just go right there. CryptoPanic.com. Let's go check out CryptoPanic.com. It's a little bit easier for me to view it this way. Now, when you look on your laptop or your PC or your Apple, whatever, it kind of looks like this. But when you look at it on your smartphone, it actually, you'll just see this part right here on your smartphone. Then you swipe it to the left, and then you'll see this part, and then you might see some of these later here. But anyway, this is how it looks like on the computer. But I'm just going to read from here. This is 29 minutes ago. That is Pinkcoin partners with Pi Supply and launches hardware development arm. If you don't know what Pinkcoin is, it's one of those scam coins where supposedly you can donate to your charity. They'll take your money. They'll take your money, invest it, make money off of your money, and then they'll take the money that they made and then invest that or donate that money to your charity, which, it's kind of weird. They're taking your donational money that you intended to give to a charity, but they'll take your money and reinvest it, and then hopefully the profits they make on that investment, that's the money they're going to invest into your charity. You might, let's just be honest. You might as well just go ahead. You just might as well go ahead and just give the money to the charity. All right, just give the money to the charity. This Pinkcoin nonsense is ridiculous. Let's see here. Bitcoin Cash price technical analysis. BCH/USD failed upside attempt. All right, this is coming from newsbtc.com. I'm going to just scroll down. I'm going to go down to the more popular ones, and I'm looking at it towards the, how many of these symbols here on the bottom. Bitcoin price technical analysis. Hope for the bulls. Very bullish here. Look at that. It's 8 bullish, 4 likes, 2 lots of laughs, 1 dislike, and 1 save. Very funny. Let me see here. Okay, folks, I'm right here. This is about IOTA here. This is 3 hours ago. Folks, Bosch, and Volkswagen are the beginning. Remember remember what IOTA is tackling is more than just several industrial fields. It's trying to change the whole foundation of our society. And as you can see, it has 9 important, 8 bullish, 6 likes, 1 save. Man, the IOTA people are hard at trying to get you to pump that price. It's good to know. Here's another one for VEN, VEN, or VeChain. Red market, no problem for VeChain. Hashtag comfy. That's what the 9 bullish, 1 bearish, 1 important, 6 likes, 1 dislike. VeChain hits top 20 on CoinMarketCap. I know the VeChain people are really happy. Nine bullish, 8 important, 8 likes. My goodness. Let's see if I can go down here a little bit more and see what other things we got here. Oh, I don't know. I can scroll through here as well. Let's see here. This is regarding Tron. This is 4 hours ago. Cryptos are about to get investment grading by the U.S. firm to be released on Wednesday. TRX is on the list. Wow. Those guys are all happy. They're very happy. 10 bullish, 7 important, 1 bearish, 9 likes, 4 lots of laughs, 4 people think this is funny, and then 4 saves. Interesting. Here's another one 4 hours ago, right here. Consumer Protection Association slams bank for blocking transfers to Bitcoin exchanges. This is coming from Bitcoin.com. 5 bullish, 3 important, 5 likes, 1 dislike. All right. Let's see what other ones here. This is interesting. This seems to have a lot of things going on here. Bitcoin price bubble. This came 5 hours ago. Bitcoin price bubble could last 100 years, says Yale economist. And this is coming from Investopia.com. 7 bullish. This news has 7 bullish, 5 important, 8 likes, 3 lots of laughs, and 1 save. All right. So, anyways, let me go to CryptoPanic. I actually had something that I wanted to share on that one. Let's go back. Anyways, let me get back to this meme here so you all can see. Let me get back into the note section. Let's see here. What's in the note section? Okay, I have the "It's time to stop" meme. SegWit. I have some important links to website SegWit charts. I heard SegWit is up to almost 20%. Is there a correlation between SegWit adoption and the mempool going down in size? I think there might be some relation there. What I don't understand, and also apparently there were blocks are being are up to almost 2 megs. So blocks are being mined for 2 megs now. So SegWit's going up, blocks are being mined up to 2 megs. Mempool's going down, although the price is still down though. But why couldn't this happen 2 months ago when the price was like at 20,000 and the mempool was like full? Why is it happening now? Maybe because you know, the price has gone down and there might be fear of a very prolonged bear market, and so there's some relief coming. And I can only say that the only people who are able to mine blocks are the miners. So are the miners coming to their senses and finally realizing that spamming the network, creating backlog to the mempool is not beneficial? It would have been, I believe the price of Bitcoin would have been at least to right now, even now, to this day, would have been $21,000. You know, the bull market could have continued, but it seems like some of these miners just don't want to play along. All right, so next in the note section, I have SegWit charts, Coin Codex, Live Coin Watch, CoinGecko, BitInfo charts, Joho mempool statistics. I'll be going with the mempool as well as the Bitcoin fees, and I'll do a Bitcoin chart analysis at the end of this live stream. I'll try to keep this live stream very short, maybe an hour at the most. I gotta wake up tomorrow, take my kids to school. Salom.io, transaction accelerator, which you may not need now because apparently the fees are going down. And then Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Hash rate historical chart 6 months. Next in the notes section, I have clicked in your free Bitcoin Gold with Coinami. I made a video about splitting your Bitcoin Gold, how to split Bitcoin Gold BTG01. If you don't have Coinami and you can't download it, you can use their mnemonic code converter. You still need a Bitcoin Gold wallet. There's a link to the Bitcoin Gold website. Be careful, you might get your Bitcoin stolen. And I still have all the articles about BitConnect. For those of you who don't know what BitConnect is a Ponzi that collapsed and left their users with worthless tokens. And now the same people who created BitConnect are doing an ICO called BitConnect X, and they're encouraging their users who have useless BitConnect tokens to invest into BitConnect X. Anyways, it's a long story. Don't waste your time. You'll lose money. I'll tell you that right now. If you don't believe me, check out some of my previous videos where I said that BitConnect was going to go away, and sure enough, it did. But if you're still interested in investing into the ICO of BitConnect X, you might want to read some of these articles. Why has ICO Index labeled BitConnect as an outright fraud? Notice regarding high yield coins on top of BitConnect. What is BitConnect and why have we decided to distance ourselves from it? And I have a video, another video here, where you can watch an interview with 3 BitConnect users. All of them are losers. All right. And I had one guest who was not involved in BitConnect whatsoever, and he could tell these people are losers and they're involved in a Ponzi scheme. And I had Ozzy the Bullshitter on as a special guest appearance, and he still can't figure out whether BitConnect is a scam, even though it's collapsed. It's disappeared and taken it's taken their users' money and left them hanging high and dry. And so I'm sure he's not sure if BitConnect X is a scam either. I wonder if he'll show up in the live chat. Anyways, last part of the note section, I have the video theme for this video. Is this the easiest way to pick a lock? That is the video theme for this video. Go check it out. I also have hashtag S2X127. I have a link to this meme right here, which you can see, the $5 wrench attack. And then I also have a link to pot of gold, the Bitcoin pot of gold. And basically, there's a donational address to the Bitcoin pot of gold. Someone has donated. Thank you very much. And I've already given the clue. I believe I've given the clue away. It is a video. And the clue is in the video. Let me see. 11th clue to 11th word of the 24-word mnemonic seed. Hidden Marriage, Chapter 6. I'm sorry, Hidden Marriage, Chapter 609. Didn't second senior brother satisfy you? There you go. Anyways, let's see who all is in the live chat. And thank you for everyone showing up on a Saturday night. Not a Saturday night, Sunday night. On a Sunday night. Let's refresh this. Get this refreshed. We'll say hello to everyone in here. All right, let's start at the beginning. Dual overhead camness is always here. I'm amazed. Dual overhead camness must be an AI. Never sleeps. Never uses the bathroom. Never eats either. Did I spell starting now wrong again? I said starting new. Warren B, how you doing? Andre Barnwell, welcome. Bitcoin B, what's up? Q Burrow, yes, $5 wrench. You'll see what I'm talking about. You know, there's the $5 foot-long Subway sandwich. In Bitcoin, we have the $5 wrench. You can use if you ever want to get Bitcoin All right, very cheaply. Go get yourself a $5 wrench and use the $5 wrench attack, and I'm pretty sure you're going to get $100,000 worth of Bitcoin. So just Warren B says, just takes a $5 wrench to beat private keys out of somebody. Well, in this story that I have coming up, it wasn't necessarily a $5 wrench. It was actually a needle with apparently some poison, some deadly toxin. It was a threat to inject the two couple with deadly toxin that would kill them. I think that motivated them to give up their private keys. Bitcoin B says, Adam Gaymeister. Yeah, he's a lot of things. You could put any word after Adam and just put any word and put Meister on it, and it would fly probably. Brett Simpson, GPU mining is still very profitable. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't mind if it is profitable. Okay, I would have to trust your word. I always thought, to me, I always think GPU mining or mining in general it's probably profitable at some point in time, but for me, it's just easier just to buy the Bitcoins. Let's see here. Who else is in it? Mr. Lordex 1. Government shutdown. Government shutdowns are a joke. Only matters if you're employed by the Fed. Yeah, they probably were given forced vacations. They said, take a vacation. When we come back, we'll use some of your paid vacation for the days you couldn't work. So they still get paid. When they come back, they're still going to get paid. They're just on paid vacation now, and they'll get paid when they come back once the budget is determined. And so, but this is not the first time this has happened. The first time this happened was when Obama was around, and I was actually delaying filing my taxes because I really thought the government would not reopen, but they did. They eventually reopened, and they're not really shut down. I mean, the military's still up and operating. They're still there. They're not going anywhere. They're still working. It's probably just the office workers, the pencil pushers, the people who are basically non-essential. If you think about it, if you think of the people who aren't working are non-essential, think about that. And maybe we really don't need them. If maybe if this goes on, we realize we don't need the non-essential people. We just need the essential people. As far as my local and state government, they're still operating. I mean, when I went outside today, I was shopping around for all my for my bicycle stuff. I was looking for helmets, locks. I found a wristband that people use for a wrist brace. You wrap it around. It's like made of some kind of neoprene with a Velcro on it. I'm actually using that not for my wrist, but for my leg, on my right leg, so I can wrap my pants around so it doesn't get caught up in the chain. I was looking at that. I'm not really going to be wearing bike gloves. I was really interested in helmets. So I'm looking at helmets, looking at locks. So it's still going to cost me a little bit of money. But the traffic lights work. Everything worked. Warren B, you're right. I think it is all political theater. Q-Bro, you ask who uses crypto? Well, apparently, people who evade taxes, drug users and drug dealers and terrorists apparently use cryptos. That's what I've been told. But unfortunately, I don't think I'm any of those. I must be in a separate category. I must be where, like, I must be an exception to the rule. I just like to make sure that I don't work every day as a slave and basically forced to be in the incumbent system where I basically I feel I'm essentially just a machine. I'm just a piece in the machine, and I don't want to be a part of that anymore. That's what I use it for. And so far, you know, and it wasn't by choice. It was really by accident. But I'm glad it was a happy accident. Qbro says, "Oh, that's right, traders. Everyone else huddles." Well, I huddle as well. I huddle, and but I also trade, and so I do both. I get the best of both worlds. You know, either you know, there's a lot of I don't know. I would say virtue signaling or maybe peer pressure to huddle, but you know that strategy doesn't work really well, or doesn't feel like it works well when the market is tanking. When the market's tanking, hodling sucks. You know, it would be the best time, you know, ideally, if you can, you know, predict the future with 100% accuracy, the best time to hodl is right before the price goes parabolic. That's the best time to hodl. But unfortunately, nobody knows when that happens. So you have to kind of do a little bit of both. You have to trade and hodl. You know, I try to keep my gains in Bitcoin. So, you know, I try to do that. Keep my gains, most of my gains in Bitcoin. Every now and then I'll dip into my cryptocurrency, you know, profits, but not much. Not much at all. Hello, Tomcat. Welcome to the chat. Warren B, you actually consolidated some of your transactions. That's wonderful. That's great. I think, yeah, now would be a great time, or I think it's going to even get lower because the trend, you know, larger blocks are being mined. SegWit adoption rate is supposedly up to 20, almost up to 20%. Price is down, so I think a lot of people aren't transacting. If you're wondering what, I'm still using Windows XP. Max, Block Max, how you doing? What do you think of BCC? Are you talking about BitConnect or Bitcoin Cash? If it's BitConnect, I think they're worthless. Just like Warren B says, BCC equals poop. That's right. Mr. Lordex, why is there a Full Metal Alchemist meme? Is that what that is? You know, I was wondering what this was. Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. He's got the metal hand right there. And okay, yeah, okay, that's what it is. Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know what this is. Is this Full Metal Alchemist, or is this just this? Is this supposed to be Zelda, or is this just some fat woman? I think it's a fat woman, or it could be a fat guy. You never know these days. People like to cross-dress, apparently. But this is just a fat woman in a bad outfit. You know, it looks like to me. But it's the $5 wrench tack, and you can get some Bitcoins. Apparently you can get $100,000 worth of Bitcoin using this $5 wrench attack. Brian, how you doing? Howdy. Oh boy, let's see what else is going on here. All right, BlockMax says at James Bond, I'm 17 and lost it all in BitConnect. Can you donate some Bitcoins to my Coinbase account or Coinbase address? Sure, if I can remember it. I'll try to. I often sometimes donate a few Satoshis, but I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't count on it. Do you do some content? If you have a, do you YouTube at all or anything? If you do some of that, I'll donate I think I've donated like 600 satoshis. So I'll try to, but don't count on it. I'm a hodler. I'm a hodler at heart, and my trading wallet's just for trading. Let me see. Mr. Lord X1 says that meme is a Full Metal Alchemist cosplay. Yeah, I know, but it was a wrench. I was looking for something with a wrench, and that's kind of what showed up really good to my to my uh, to my chagrin. And who knows? I think a lot of people can. I guess if you know what a Full Metal Alchemist is. Hey, Brad Taylor, how you doing? Hand wave to you as well. Let me see. Strong arming someone has always been a vulnerability to all types of data. Yeah, that's right, Q-Bro. But I think for the people who are, I wouldn't say new, but who aren't used to this kind of attack, it's always been there. But here's the thing with these cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, whatever, Monero, whatever cryptocurrency you're in, whatever altcoin, you don't have to tell everyone that you have $1 million in cryptocurrency and you're a crypto billionaire. You don't have to say that, okay? If you have a bank account, the bank knows, the credit card company probably knows. There's certain people that know how much money you really have, and that's the incumbent system. With cryptocurrency, nobody knows. Nobody knows. All right? Nobody really knows for sure unless you tell them. And so please stop telling people you're a crypto billionaire because they're probably watching you. Stop going to these meetups and to these conferences and to these cruises. Some of those are just dead giveaways that you're a crypto billionaire. And the vulnerability is that once you push send, that's it. You're not going to get it back. And be prepared. Be prepared to defend yourself in that case. Be vigilant. Situational awareness, very important. Taking precautions, security when you travel. If you can, have a gun, have a knife, have a taser, have pepper spray. These are just common things that I would do anyway, just for personal safety. But you should double that, triple that, considering that now you hold your own wealth. Like you literally are your own bank. So be careful. All right, let's have a look here. Fat Moron Alchemist, Jay Glad, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. All right, I've caught up with the chat. Thank you for everyone. Let's go on to the next thing here. So this is the meme here, the $5 wrench attack. Very effective, very effective. If you're looking for very inexpensive Bitcoin for $5, go to the store, get yourself a wrench, and just eavesdrop on a Bitcoin meetup. See who has, look for the guy who probably has a lot of Bitcoins. Follow them home, and then just use that $5 wrench to get yourself a couple $1 million worth of Bitcoin. All right, let me go next here. All right, here is the Bitcoin pot of gold. The QR code on the left here, pointing to the Bitcoin pot of gold, is the donational address. Please scan that and donate. And someone did donate. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And QR code on the right is the encrypted private key. If you think you can figure out the password, the secret, super duper secret password, go ahead. Just keep in mind, it is a SegWit address. So you probably need a SegWit wallet to sweep this private key, unless you know how to use a SegWit sender. So there you go. And you probably need to also use a private key, encrypted private key decoder as well. And then the QR code in the middle, if you use a regular QR code scanner or a barcode scanner, this will take you to link to Yellow Fever for You. He gave me this idea. So thank you, Yellow Fever for You. All right, so let's go on here. Oh, sorry for the bright screen. Oh, look at that, 2 new stories coming in. All right, so the stories I'm going to talk about, I'm just going to link them right here. Both of these stories are around here somewhere. Let me see, I have to scroll down. Let me see, where are they? It is... Did I lose it already? It should be right around here. I'm trying to use this site because it doesn't take up as much information. It doesn't clog my computer. Maybe it's further down. Okay, here it is. All right, here's the story on the Russian couple. How you doing, boss lady? Welcome to the chat. And Olaf, the pass pass 1 2 3 4 word. Give it a try. Give it a try. You'll never know. All right, Russian couple robbed of $100,000 worth of Bitcoin in Thailand. Interesting story. Go ahead and check it out. This is just a synopsis from Coinspectator.com. The link is in the notes section. And the weird part is there seems to be a volunteer police, and the couple waited 2 days to report this. And it was kind of like the same scenario. You know, it's reported as Russian gangs. There's a string of just Russian, you know, robberies. There was a guy from Ukraine who was Russian. There was the Russian YouTuber, and now you have a young Russian couple, very young. What are the ages? 27 and 22. And it, you know, if the report is true that half of Russia knows about cryptocurrency, it would kind of make sense that, you know, these things happen in Russia. If you go on to the story, it actually goes here. It says read full story. I'm not going to click on it. It just takes up a lot of my memory on my computer. But the story continues on and says that they were threatened not by a $5 wrench, but by, I don't know, a needle and some kind of deadly toxin. It was a threat that they would inject a deadly poison if they did not give up their private key. And so they end up taking all their electronics and their passports. Now, I don't know how true this is, how real this is. If it's true, you know, there has been a lot of string of Russian robberies, also some Hong Kong robberies as well. But also, this could be another way of just not paying any taxes on that $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, because how do you pay for taxes when you got your Bitcoin stolen, right? I've heard this story many times, where basically, you know, people got hacked. Remember Trayvon James and Craig Grant and Crypto Nick? I got hacked. You know, I lost all my Bitcoins. So you know, you don't have to pay any taxes because you got robbed. So how can you get robbed on something you never were able to use? So this might be another ploy. I mean, that's the other extreme that I'm thinking, that this is staged because it took them 2 days to report this. But they may have been scared. You know, they might, you know, if you were threatened, you know, to be injected with some deadly substance that might kill you. Yeah, you know, I could understand why you would be worried. All right, let's go back, and then what's the other story? Let me see here. What is the other story? All right, here's the other story. Atom, Bitcoin Atom. This week's Bitcoin Atom fork, a quick primer. Did you know that there was a fork this week of Bitcoin, apparently? I don't know what block it is. It's actually, if you follow the link into the story, but apparently it's going to be a proof of work and a proof of stake, a hybrid, and also it will have SegWit. And the big thing about this is that the reason why they're calling it Bitcoin Atom is because you could do the atomic swaps. This particular fork of Bitcoin is, you know, designed to do atomic swaps. So therefore, Bitcoin Atom. Okay. Anyways, I think I'm not sure what the block is, but if you just follow the story here, go to read full story. It will take you there. I have a link to the full story, to the article, so you can check it out. I don't know. I don't know what exchange. I don't know any wallets that's going to support this. But apparently there's another fork if you can keep up with it. Is it worth it? I don't know. If there's no wallet to support it, I don't know how to split it. I'll just keep using my private key to spend my Bitcoins. And when my Bitcoins are finally gone from that private key, then I'll try to start sweeping my other Bitcoin forks at a later time. But, you know, I don't know if it'll even last that long. So anyways, let's see what the live chat is doing here. Let's refresh that. And while that's refreshing, let's go on to the next story. So I'll just go back to what is this, Coinspectator.com. Let me go on to the next story. I had a third story here. Here's the third story. This is coming from T&W. Why a Bitcoin future will always end up in centralization. Will Bitcoin end up centralized? I don't know. I don't know. You know, the way I read this article, I'm pretty sure Bitcoin Cash will become centralized if it ever takes off. Their plans of increasing the block size and basically making $20,000 servers, you know, running $20,000 nodes. You know, that's their vision. I could see Bitcoin Cash becoming centralized. Right now, Bitcoin itself, right now, I think right now it is somewhat distributed and decentralized right now. In the future, will it? If it tries to compete with Visa transactions, doing 1 million transactions, you know, every second, yeah, it might have to. It might have to. But that begs the question: is Bitcoin good for transactions? Is Bitcoin good for a currency? Maybe not. Maybe not. Especially if the way I read this article. Anyways, let's see what you're all saying in the live chat now. I'm sure this is all loading up. All right. Let's see here. All right. Hello, Boss Lady. Welcome to the chat. It's me, Boss Lady says, I like Brock Pierce's definition of a billionaire. Someone who positively impacts a billion lives. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Well, you know, I guess you don't have to be financially be a billionaire to do that. You can do that right now with no money whatsoever. You could definitely do that. So yeah, I like that definition. That sounds really good. Question is, do people really do that? You know, and some people view impacting other people's lives by capitalizing on it as well. So you know, do capitalists impact a billion, positively impact a billion lives? Yeah, you could, but most likely they're just really in it for the money. Jay Glad, the safe word is Schadenfreude. I don't know what you're saying. Olaf is robbed by ladyboys. Yeah, did you notice that they were in Thailand? Although you know, when I had Chris DeRose as a guest, he did say that there were a lot of Russians that go to Thailand for vacation. So, you know, maybe there's a thing there, you know, maybe there's something to it. Maybe there's something to that. Blockmax says, should I keep all my Bitcoin in Coinbase? I don't recommend it, but if you want to, yeah, and you know, if you want them to keep track of you, then yes. But I don't recommend anybody give up the private keys. You should definitely, whatever Bitcoin you have anywhere on exchanges and Coinbase, you should send it out and put it into your wallet where you own the private keys. I've learned the hard way. I know it's very tempting to have it on the exchanges because you want to trade, but it's the worst thing you can do. It really is. Let's see what else here. All right. All right, then let's go back to this article here. So let me scroll down and you'll see what I'm talking about. So this article is trying to describe a future where Bitcoin will do approximately 522 billion transactions per year worldwide. Basically, Bitcoin will, they call it, this article calls it the Bitcoin Valhalla, where basically all non-cash payments are being done in Bitcoin. So if you imagine 522 billion transactions per year worldwide, okay? And so there's some nice graphs here of the non-cash transactions. You see that growing. And you know, you're talking about anything that's non-fiat, non-physical, you know, cold hard cash transactions. Those are increasing. And the predictions that in the future it will continue to decrease. So does Bitcoin have a future? I'm pretty sure it does. But what does it take for Bitcoin to do 522 billion transactions per year worldwide? What does it take? How you doing, Patrick? Welcome to the live chat. Well, let's take a look at some of these assumptions, like 1.4 billion transaction a day, 9,722,220 transactions every 10 minutes. That would basically mean a 2.4 gigabytes of data on the assumption that each transaction is basically what, two outputs, one input, I believe, or is it two inputs and one output? Oh, anyways, it would be 250 bytes per transactions, which some of these transactions are not 250 bytes. It'd be a little bit more, but let's just assume 250 bytes. You get 2.4 gigabytes of data. It would translate to how many every day? 350 gigabytes on the blockchain every year, or 127 terabytes every year. All right, and so it talks a little bit about nodes. And yeah, the nodes, let me see here. It consumes if this was, let me see here, one megabyte blocks according to this analysis. Let's see. Okay, if we're still at 1 megabytes, it would be 1.25 gigabytes of memory, and every 30 seconds. Wow, wow. It would take 150 minutes to validate. So if you look at some of these charts, in order to do these kind of transactions, I don't think right now Bitcoin in its current form can do these transactions. Hence the second layer of lightning, the lightning network, where you got to do these transactions off the chain, and it's potentially you can do a lot. I don't know if you can do this volume, but you can do a lot. And then when you settle it, you go back on chain. So Bitcoin has really become some sort of settlement layer for off-chain transactions. Is that the original vision? Is that good or bad? I don't know. I don't know. So here's some numbers for you to look at. Now, whether technology will eventually catch up to Bitcoin or not, I don't know. Hopefully it does. But if you look at some of these numbers are staggering. At this point in time, if you had to do, if you did try to compete with Visa or anything, you would become basically Bitcoin Cash in a lot of ways. You would have to centralize the nodes and concentrate nodes to very high-end servers, people who can afford it. That's just the node part. You can see there's a map of the nodes here all over the world. You notice that it's highly concentrated in two places, Europe and the United States. And so there's something going on. There's a strong relation of Bitcoin between Europe and United States. So I always found that kind of odd, but at the same time, I understand that those are the places that have electricity. Those are the places that have internet. Those are the places that have infrastructure to support Bitcoin. And basically, those are the first world countries, right? Where you get the best financial system, you got the best job markets, you got the best, environments. So Bitcoin, people argue Bitcoin's for like the homeless or the bankless. I don't know about that. I don't know. I think Bitcoin is for those who don't want to be in the incumbent system, which is the system we have right now, and you're looking for a new system in which you, the audience, the viewers, want to be a part of, instead of being a captive audience with the bank or the financial system. You're just a number. You're a client, all right? Or you're not even a client. You're just a user. You're a number on someone's bank statement or on their bottom line. In this aspect of Bitcoin, I think you actually become a part of the network in which your participation matters, and it does. Even as a user, as a miner, and as a node. I mean, you can pick how deep you want to get into this network, and how much you do directly impacts the value of the system, the new system. So as you scroll down here, you'll see a lot of, and this is really interesting information. It talks about bandwidth too. So if you look at the amount of, the transactions you have to do if you're trying to become a global payment system, a global peer-to-peer cash system, like everything's done on the blockchain. All right, the amount of money it would cost you, and here's a breakdown on current prices of what it would cost you per month just to run a node. Just to run a node. Now, do I want to pay this much money just to run a node? Some of this cost here just on bandwidth speed is more than my living expenses right now. So, it pushes everybody out. It pushes all the participants who want to be a part of this network. It pushes it out, and it becomes centralized. And so if you increase the block size, all right, if you increase the block size and the transactions are there to fill those large blocks, this is what would happen. This is kind of what would happen. With this article, it's just basically describing what Bitcoin Cash is going to probably end up if Bitcoin Cash was ever being used heavily, which thank goodness it is not being used heavily. It wants to be used heavily, but I think this article really shed some light on what would happen if Bitcoin Cash did take over, if Bitcoin Cash became the predominant cryptocurrency being used. It would become centralized. All right, it would. So very interesting article. Take a look at it, read it. If you're wondering why there's been such a resistance, to increasing the block size, this may shed some light on that matter. So somewhat of a long article, a little bit long. Even shows these Raspberry Pis. Oh goodness, these little miners, or not these miners, but these little nodes here. Goodness, good old days. Anyways, good stuff. It's a good read. So let me scroll up to the top. Why a Bitcoin future will always end up in centralization. I don't know if it really will. There's a lot of people who are fighting to keep it, definitely distributed, definitely decentralized, because it's hard to shut down. It's hard to shut down. Will it ever become centralized? It could possibly in the future, especially if it really becomes accepted all over the world, and if it becomes like a standard for everyone to use. Ironically, even the governments to use, even the banks to use, like the Bitcoin Valhalla that we all envision. Maybe it could become centralized by then. It would be more efficient that way. But right now, Bitcoin is in a very hostile, very, very hostile environment. You have banks who are, just doing whatever they can. I think you have financial systems doing whatever they can, and to some degree, the government as well. There are governments around the world that are doing everything that they can to slow down the use of Bitcoin or prevent the use of Bitcoin. They're really trying to kill it because it's becoming too powerful. It's putting the fate of the world into the hands of the average citizen, the average people, the average person, instead of putting the decision to a centralized figure or to a small group of people that feel that they control. In some ways, there really are a small group of people that do control a lot of what is going on, and we're just here for the ride, unfortunately. But now with Bitcoin, I think you can get out of that system. It is a way out. You're not captive anymore. In some ways, I do feel free or freer, and getting out of the incumbent system is a way for me to express that. So, anyways, let's see what you all are saying in the live chat here. Still around. All right, let's see here. Oh, that's it. So, all right. So let me end this. What was I gonna? I'm already to an hour. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just go to on chain. Oh, go to this one. Need to go to this one because this is the one with bond trading view. I'm going to show you the short list of coins that you should be shorting to get more Bitcoin right now. I'll just go over the first 5. I'll just go to percentage from all-time high, click on that, and it'll give me coins to short to get more Bitcoin in numerical order by importance. Decred being the first. Second, first coin. First coin is always second. First coin is never first for some reason. Augur, and then EOS, and then Ethereum. So those are your coins to short to get more Bitcoin. All right. So let's go over Joho mempool statistics. Have a look at the mempool, see how that's doing. Wow, it has come down quite a bit. Where are we? We're in the 30 to 50 Satoshis per byte, as you can see right here. And wow, that's a big difference. It's literally, what are we at? 4,530 transactions in the 30 Satoshi per byte range. That's a huge difference. You could probably, you probably have to wait to be in the 30 Satoshis. But if you're in the 50 Satoshis per byte range, 50 to 70, there might be a good chance you'll get into the next block. There might be a good chance. Or it would take a little bit longer, but you won't have to wait like a week. So this is wonderful. We're getting back under almost at 80,000 transactions. I guess that's wonderful because we're for a while it was 180. So what's the difference? What's going on? Is it SegWit adoption? I don't know. I don't know about that. Is it the larger block size? I think that has a lot to do with it. If there could be more larger block size, then you can actually put more transactions onto the block, and the mempool would shrink faster. I do believe that. Another thing could be maybe less transactions. Obviously, there's got to be less transactions because the new transactions aren't keeping the mempool up, and it's driving, since there are no transactions or barely any transactions, the fees must be going down. So everybody must be like on a cruise or at a conference, or maybe we just don't want to trade anymore, don't want to do anything because the price is low. So we don't want to we don't want to give up on the low prices. We want to trade when the prices are high. We want to sell our Bitcoins or cash out our Bitcoins when the price is high, not when it's low, right? All right, so this is looking good. Let me look it down here. Yeah. I think we're returning back to a normalcy on the mempool. It looks like we were returning to some kind of normalcy on the mempool. I think a lot of it was probably spam in some way. How you doing, X Games? Good to see you. All right, so next is Bitcoin. All right, so let's just go into the chart analysis. The price did go down. Oh, on the weekly, it is showing a red candle lower in the middle. I think it will reach down here. It looks like it's trying. It's slowly winding. It's slowly going back down. It's working its way to about $8,627.10, whatever it is, and this moving average. I think it will hit this. Now I still have to wait another one more week and maybe another week, and then we can really say whether or not what direction it's going. But right now the direction looks like going down. It just looks like it's going down. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. If the price goes up, then fantastic. I'm okay with that. I have Bitcoins, but it just looks like it's working its way down slowly. It's trying to do a soft, what I would call a soft landing, not a hard landing, which is good. I prefer a soft landing over a hard landing. But you'll probably see prices go up and down, ranging, but trending towards the downside, in my opinion. But let me go on to the 1 hour. Let's take a quick look, real quick. Yeah, you can see it's been going down, and you can see right here the average, this long-term average right here, is acting as a resistance here right now, and the price is reflecting that. It'll be interesting to see if it goes down any further, which it looks like it is, because it's definitely broken. It's broken down. See, it's broken right here to the downside. So we'll see what happens. Go to the 12-hour real quick. Let's just take a look here. See where we at. Okay, so it's pretty much just following this trend line here, here, and here. You can see where it's touching in these three areas right here. So if it breaks this line eventually, we could see a breakout, but it still has to break above this, which is at 17,000. It still has to break above this, which is at 14,000. So a lot of headwinds here. Okay, let's have a look at the 1 day. Well, that 1 day doesn't look good because the spot price right now is below the 2 average. And so it looks like it's bearish. I know I've been saying that, but until I can see, until the price goes above $20,000, we're pretty much, in a down market. Okay, let's just face the facts. So unless we start seeing some higher highs and higher lows here, which we're not seeing, which I'm not seeing right now. I'm seeing lower highs and lower lows. So when I see that, the sentiment is that the price is going down. All right, and it hasn't changed. So hopefully it will change in the future. But when it does, I'll definitely let you know. Of course, I'll let you know after I buy all my Bitcoin. So on the 3-day, you can see you can see that this average here is really acting as a resistance. The price, the current spot price, is below. You can actually even see here that this long-term trend line is acting as a resistance right now based on the current candle, which was just created. But you can see that spot price is below the 2 moving averages, which indicates a bearish sentiment. And then I've already done a weekly, and we're technically in a middle between the 2 averages here. But I think that because of the previous candlestick with the wick going down like this, that it'll most likely, the price will also go down eventually. Come to this wick, even past this wick. It may actually even pierce the moving average and pierce it through and go down even further. I mean, it could definitely go down further. And then after that, we'll see if there's enough buyers, because all the longs are getting crushed. We'll see if people start doing more shorts. And when people start doing more shorts, that's when the market turns. Because remember, the market takes away from the many and gives to the few. And so if there's more people who are shorting, that's when the market takes your money from you and gives it to those people, the few people who went long. And because what happens as the price starts going back up, all the people who are short get knocked out, and they're essentially in a long position. And then when they get knocked out, causing a buy order, they'll eventually buy back in, becoming long. And then eventually the longs will be in the majority. And that's when the market will start taking money from the longs and giving it to the shorts. You see how it goes. But that's the kind of market we're in right now. Anyways, good luck to you. Let me cut that out and let me go back to this right here. So there you go. Thank you, everybody in the live chat. And remember, don't tell anybody how much Bitcoin you have. Don't tell people you're a Bitcoin millionaire. Don't brag about it. Uh, you know, keep quiet. It's bad enough that the financial institutions already know how much money you really have. You know, why would you tell people how much crypto you have when you don't even have to do that? You can keep it a secret, right? You know, you should keep it a secret as much as you can. There's nothing wrong about saying you know you made money, but don't be like, oh, I made $1 billion. I'm a crypto billionaire. Please avoid doing that, because for $5, I can go out and get a wrench and get you to give me all your crypto, you know, billions. And once you do that, you can never get it back. The chances of people getting their money back after all that, not good, not good. Anyways, let me thank everybody in the live chat. Mr. Lordex, Jay Glad, Blockmax, Olaf, X Games, Qbro, David Kim, Patrick. Thank you, Patrick, for coming in. And then it's me, Boss Lady, as well as Warren B, Brad Taylor, Tomcat, Brian McLaughlin, and who else was in here? Oh, Brett Simpson. And that's about all I can go through. Anyways, thank you, everyone, for showing up. Enjoy the 11th clue to the 11th word of the 24-word mnemonic seed, and have fun with it. And please donate so all of you can give and only one person can walk away with all your money. Anyways, please like, dislike, leave a comment after the live stream, or even do a video response. Until next time, everyone, stay tuned. Bye.